For years, people have been clamoring for the Part EX to return during a major celebration, and folks, it's happening. We have confirmation, soft confirmation, I don't want to say official confirmation or anything like that, that a Part EX is going to be happening during the 10-year anniversary, and of all years, this is the year for that to happen. It makes total sense. So I'm going to go over how this came to be, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about what this could mean, what sort of content can we expect, and sort of give you guys a roadmap from now until the end of the celebration. So this all stems from the SNS social media campaign. Normally, what happens with these is that during each part of a major celebration, they have people post on social media to spread the word of Dokkan. They want basically you guys to do the marketing for them to get more people to play the game. Normally, and again, I say normally, these would be broken up into the dates that would signify each part of a major celebration. This tends to happen during anniversaries and during worldwide celebrations. So what we're looking at here are the various post date intervals that we've had so far for the 10-year anniversary. It's a little bit different, but it's still essentially the same. So if we go from the first one, the first post started on the 28th of January and went until the 9th of March. So if we were to go back and take a look at the dates over here, if we go to number 5 right here. So January 28th, that's when the part 1 celebration started. So this makes sense. And that goes until the 9th of February. Then the second post starts on the 9th of February and goes until the 15th. This one is a little bit different. And I don't know exactly why they did it this way, where they split up part 2 into 2 different posts, but they did. So if we go to February 9th, we would then see the start of the part 2 celebration right there. So that explains this one. This only goes for 6 days. And as you all know, each part is about 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks, give or take a little bit. So with this one being broken up onto the 15th and then from the 15th until the 20th, these two essentially make up part 2. I don't know if there was anything major that happened during that time. Oh, it was the banner. Right, it was the banner. That's why. So the part 2 banner drops a week later. So they wanted, again, more people to be promoting Dokkan right at its peak, right? When the part 2, the main reason why people are waiting for part 2 to actually start. So that's why they did that again. And hey, look, they gave us more stones, so who am I to complain? And then part 3 started on the 20th of February, and that is set to end on the 5th of March. So if we go up to here, we have the part 3 announcement right there. So that explains the 3 parts. However, there is another part that is not listed here that was since removed on the JP side. So once again, classic Dokkan screw up. This is what happened. I believe that this was posted way earlier. I was talking to Proton about this, and now I'm kind of blanking on where it is. Let me go to the JP side. I think that they showed this on the JP side as early as the start of the 10-year anniversary when they were listing up the SNS social media campaign posts. January 20th. Is this the one? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, this is the one. So they have the first submission, second, third, fourth. What's this? 5th submission period from March 6th. The dates are slightly different because, you know, time zone differences, but it's the same. March 6th in JST to the 18th. During that event period, you can get 2 dragon stones by posting blah, 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 blah. So based on what I told you, this is because there is going to be another part during the 10-year anniversary that spans 2 more weeks, aka Part EX. There is going to be a Part EX during the 10-year anniversary. This started back during the 7-year anniversary, and since then, players have been clamoring for it again. So for the first time in a long time, we're actually able to use the Dokkan Wiki. I like how the Dokkan Wiki presents all of the campaign stuff in their timeline. It's because of this that I started using my sacred timeline edit. But here we go. So we're looking at the JP side. It started back January 29th, went for 2 weeks. Part 2, February 10th, went for 2 weeks. Part 3, February 22nd to March 3rd, went for 2 weeks. And then Part EX was announced towards, I think, like halfway through this Part 3. So let me go back and see here. March 22nd, the announcement was made the 27th in Japan. So March 27th, 10 p.m. Oh, it's JST according to me. But basically, like halfway through the celebration for Part 3, they announced the Part EX celebration. What happened in Part EX? Well, let's go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah, the Year 4 LR EZAs. I think actually, wasn't that also when the Year 3? No, Year 3 EZAs happened during Part 3. Yeah. So after the Year 3 EZAs happened during Part 3, nobody was expecting another anniversary set of EZAs, but it happened. We also had the Descendants, like free-to-play Goku Jr., Vegeta Jr. unit. I think the EZA happened here or whatever. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough of a surprise. It meant more login bonus because the login bonus was extended, more of the boost stuff, which was extended. We had the GT free-to-play LR and the Year 4 Super Saiyan 4 EZAs, which was great. This time, it looks like it's going to be a little bit longer based on those dates. So there could actually be more content coming up. And look, it's the 10-year anniversary, so everyone would expect that. The question is, what exactly are they going to do? Given that part 3 seems incomplete so far, which I agree it is, there's still some stuff left on the table, right? The most obvious one is that the 10th anniversary battle needs to conclude with the 10th anniversary. We have gone as far as the 8th anniversary parts 1 and 2, and how they've been dropping this, they've been dropping it with 2 years of anniversary because each one is broken up into a part 1, part 2 sequence. So the 10-year anniversary has to happen, which means the 9th anniversary has to happen. So 4 more stages have to drop for the 10th anniversary battle. Also, we have to have the 7-year part 1 EZAs, right? Everything else is done. This has to happen. How are they going to celebrate this finale? They're probably going to do so with a part EX announcement, which then begs the question, are they going to wait until part EX to give that to us? And what sort of content will we have in the meantime? Because it's still going to be 2 weeks, right? We have until March 5th. Okay, actually, this isn't quite 2 weeks. This is more like a week and a half. From the 20th of February, from the 20th of February until March 5th. Actually, no, it pretty much is 2 weeks. Yeah. So with 2 weeks still left, what are they going to give us in the meantime? There might be some more stuff. So I was looking back at my part 3 list of things that we still need to have. A lot of these things have been taken care of, right? Goku story, Vegeta story, finale's been taken care of. Blue Zone Gathering of the... Oh, actually, wait. Did we get the Blue Zone Gathering of the Super Warriors finale? I don't think we did. This one's not done. Actually, hold on. Let me pull that up. Yep, we're not done with this. Gathering of the Super Warriors is not done. We've only had as far as GT. They still have to cover Super. So that's still on the table. Why did this come back? Okay, hold on here. Let me just do this. Let me change the coloring here. So change that to green. 10th anniversary battle finale. That needs to drop. Let's make that a green. Battle Hardened Formidable Foes is actually going to be dropping tonight, which will be fun. Story events finale. We've already covered those. 7th anniversary part 1 EZAs. Yep, that has to happen. Let's go ahead and make this green. Okay. Training in the Clouds. We've already taken care of that. 30 Rainbow Tickets. Already taken care of that. This one, hopefully you guys finish this. Check out my video if you guys are still undecided. EX equips some more 10th anniversary coins. All of these things have been done, but that's major. That's enough. And with the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes finale dropping tonight, I don't know if that's going to be enough content to last us all the way until the end of the celebration, or the early end of the celebration. So there might be more. And then there's also the possibility of these 2 characters getting their EZAs. I don't know if it's going to happen. These guys are actually pretty decent for free-to-play units. So are they going to give them their EZAs during the celebration? It's customary for them to do that, but like I've been saying, it's something that I think a lot of us can agree should change. If a character is going to be bad on release, why make it like that? Why does a unit have to require an EZA upon first creation? Like, that's just weird. So giving the character some time to breathe in its first form is the way that it should be. It's just like any summonable character. So I don't know if this is necessarily going to happen. And if this weren't going to happen, I mean, this is still a sizable amount of content. And when you compare this to the 7th anniversary EX, this is still more. But on top of that, some people have been still thinking about the interesting update in the Proof of Mastery shop. This is not up to date right now, but the main reason why this is interesting is because the equips for which these apply to are characters that people were not expecting. Nobody expected this. And for a little while, there was some scare that the final GT slot and the final Super slot could actually be going to something else other than the 7th anniversary Part 1 units, namely AGL Royal Blue Vegeta, physical GT Super Saiyan Goku. First of all, that GT Goku is part of a Golden Week pair, so that also makes no sense. But on top of that, AGL Royal Blue Vegeta has an EZA. So are we looking at a potential Super EZA? Maybe those characters could get an update. Also, they've added more to this since then. They added like Int Super Gogeta and I think a couple of others. Int Super Gogeta could get a Super EZA maybe during Part EX or maybe before that. And then I've also been suggesting, sort of in just random afterthought, what if they pull a Smash Brothers surprise And instead of just leaving this graphic like this, they move some boxes around and add a couple of more, or they simply just shoehorn in something right here. If it's going to be in Super Gogeta though, it wouldn't fit on this side. It would have to be over here near the Dragon Ball Z movies, or maybe they just don't have it be a part of it. Or what if the LR Bardock were to actually be a part of this celebration after all? Did a video a couple days ago talking about that big leak during the promotion, the little ad, the YouTube ad. What if that was intended to be part of this part EX? Because I've been saying that unit is going to have his moment during Saiyan Day. My Saiyan Day theory, and it's why this music is playing. Spoiler alert coming up for those of you who don't watch Daima, but I strongly recommend you do. For the next 10 seconds, mute the video. 3, 2, 1. I think Saiyan Day 2025 is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I've been saying this for a while. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Daima, and that LR free-to-play Bardock is going to be awakening during Saiyan Day. That's what I think. And considering that, spoiler is over, and considering that this is going to be leading us to that, there could be some sort of a connective tissue content thing that will lead to that. Maybe they do some free-to-play quest update that once again reinforces that, hey, this Bardock exists. Awaken him. Here are some missions to get the job done. Get it done by the 18th and you get some extra stuff. They do that for Prime Battle, EZAs and whatnot. Maybe they do that for this guy. So I think that there is a good chance we get more content on top of what we already have. But the good news is the 10th anniversary just keeps on rolling. This is going to be, at the end of the day, the best celebration ever. It already is, solely because of this. But with this part EX coming back in full circle after 3 years, I think everyone at the end of the day will agree this will have been the best celebration of all time. So there you go. We are getting more content. Stay strong, folks. I know some of you guys are still struggling with some of these events. I will be doing more live streams to try to tackle these more difficult stages with lesser teams, so look out for that. And the Battle Hardened Formidable Foes finale, I might go live tonight to do that, probably, so you guys can watch me squirm and burn. You guys will be looking forward to that one. But yeah, more content coming up, more stones, more hype. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this part EX revelation. Did you already know that this was coming up? Did you see this before? Let me know your thoughts on what other content we could be receiving besides the stuff that we expect. Is there anything else that people aren't really talking about? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.